You know, when I made my first video on this cargo trailer, I didn't realize that cargo trailers were a thing on YouTube. I had no idea. Since the last video I've made on this, I guess I'm making a series on this now. There's been some changes, and some changes that I need to make based on lessons learned from last season. We got this heater system in here now. This is awesome. So we got solar panels and a heater. The night before we left, we did the work on that. So I got a panel I put in here to cover up the hose, or the holes when we're in transit. Diesel heater, solar panels. And it is nice. This is nice.
It's highbrow.
This is highbrow.
Early the next morning.
We had a little bit of a condensation issue in here, Ma.
Uh-oh, Paul.
Here's the do-rag.
It's soaked. We've wrung it out twice.
Yeah. Anyway, one aspect of our trailer is organization. And I don't know if this is the best way to organize this trailer, but it's the way I do it. And every year, during the off season, I have to go through these boxes and reconstitute them, for lack of a better term, for next year. So next spring, time and life allowing, I'm gonna have to insulate the roof of the trailer and the floor. My worry about the floor, and I didn't realize this, is that the bottom, the entire floor, what you're walking on, that's it. There's nothing underneath it. So that particle board, where you get mud and all that underneath it, it's going to get on that board, and then over time, through the years, it's going to rot. So I got to put something in between mud flinging up and the floorboard. As condensation goes, we only had a problem with it one night. I'm not too concerned about it, but it was enough of an issue that one night where I should do something about that. Anyway, I'm going to give you a brief overview of these camp boxes. I'm not going to go through each one in detail because, frankly, what I pack and what you pack might be very different. This is just to give you ideas on organization. Again, this probably isn't the best way to do it, but this is just how I do it, for what it's worth. Alright, I guess we'll start with the boxes themselves. These are just plain old boxes. You can buy them on Amazon. They're like $30, $25, $30 each, something like that. You can write the contents in some white out. I like these because they're pretty rigid. You can sit on them and they don't pop loose very easily. Mess box, you can call it a kitchen box. I mean, the stuff I need to go through. I need to wash all the dishes, put more paper towels, more trash bags, that kind of thing. Some of these propane bottles are empty now. The only thing I would really point out is that these torches don't really work very well in cold weather. So I have a ferro rod in there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but so I need to go through that. This is the tent box. Originally, before we had a cargo trailer, we were doing a 10 by 12 or I think it's 10 by 12 or 10 by 14 hot tent canvas. So this is basically everything that we need inside our living quarters for the most part. This I need to mess around with. Probably a better place to store that. We just kind of threw that in at the last minute. Family first aid kit. Sharpening stones. Lights. I like to store the lights with the batteries out. That way over the summer, as it heats up in the trailer, it doesn't corrode the batteries. Fire starting material, because we were running a hot stove, or a tent stove. Lights. I forgot what the heck this is. I'll have to go through it. But, you know, emergency medical kit, all that type of stuff. So I need to go through and reconstitute this box. Right now they're all a hot mess from last year. Now the camp box, this is basically things around camp. This is our foot mat put outside the trailer. End tables. For digging your outhouse. This is left over from our I need to pull out some of the stakes. Always good to have a saw. I'm not a very big fan of East Wings, though I've had East Wing framing hammers in the past. The main reason why I chose this hammer, or this hatchet, is because I can use this to drive stakes without having to take the hatchet out of its sheath. Which I'm going to have to resharpen this thing. Yeah, it's pretty dull. So that's going to have to get resharpened. Maybe dress up the shovel. Comfort box. Kind of self-explanatory in my opinion, but these are just pillows. My pillow, my wife's pillow, my daughter's pillows. These are all just camp pillows we bought off of Amazon. Had them for a while. Let's see. We got a couple of these YSL Outfitters, the Snoozy and Big Blue Mountain Lazy Bears. So we got 3 of those. One of these is my daughter's. And oh, I forgot to put my other pillow back in there. That's a tarp and a hammock for my wife for the summer. That's a ridgeline at the bottom, and then that's my daughter's hammock. I like to keep things organized, and then every year, this is an annual thing. We'll have to go through the boxes and reconstitute them for the next season. That's it. If I do another video on this, it'll probably be fixing up the trailer again, adding in some insulation board and something resembling a vapor barrier insulation board, and maybe some very thin plywood sheathing on the roof. All right, you have a good one.